All right, season 4 has begun with episode 1, Herrenvolk. Herrenvolk? That's right. Why not? There's so many weirdly named episodes.
A lot of, yeah.
Yeah, peculiar.
Yes.
Names. This one starts with some like Children of the Damned, Village of the Damned, but I went Children of the Damned because that's more to the point. Or Children of the Corn.
Yeah, very Children of the Corn.
Opening here, this guy. They just all look the same, and they have all like blonde hair, so that's very
like
Village of the
twins,
Damned.
or clones.
Right, they
Which
are.
is what they are.
They are, yeah. But you've never seen Village of the Damned?
No, I've only seen Children of the Corn.
Yeah. Carpenter remade it, but there's an original with a sequel in the 50s. Yeah. I've seen them all. They're entertaining. Anyway, so this episode starts with, instead of The Truth Is Out There, which I always take note of because I'm always looking for it. I'm always like, is this going to be an episode? And, 9 times out of 10, it's The Truth Is Out There. But this time, everything dies. That's what nihilistic...
Gnarly. I mean, but it's true.
It's true.
It's very true.
Yeah.
So.
Well, let me have an existential crisis right now. Thanks.
Yeah. A lot of those in X-Files.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Brian Thompson's alien here is just kind of like a stand-in for the Terminator. I mean, that's how I feel about him when he's on screen. He feels very much like the Terminator. Mulder stabs him in the back of the neck with the stiletto, but he doesn't die, so
no,
I guess he
kind of
missed the mark.
I don't know if he's like immune to it or...
No, he shouldn't be.
Or if he... Yeah, if Mulder didn't inject it in the right location, or what happened.
Well, there's no injection. It just has to be... It has to be pierced with that specific weapon.
Right. I don't know what happens, but he comes back, and poor Scully...
It's kind of bullshit. I feel like he should have died.
I do too.
You got him in the back of the neck with the thing. It's like, that's it, man. It's the stake through the heart, but he just missed the heart.
Yeah, I guess. He missed it.
Yeah.
A quarter of an inch.
Yeah. And then freaking Mulder leaves Scully behind. Doesn't even tell her. Of course, as
it's super
always.
Chaotic. This whole because once from the end of the last episode, to now when we pick back up here, I feel like everything is very chaotic. Like the whole chasing and running around that abandoned whatever warehouse complex thing, and then when Mulder gets on the boat and leaves, and Scully's like, Mulder! And he can't hear her at all.
The more we watch this show, the more I really, really don't like how Mulder treats Scully. Because he's always bailing, and she either has to ask or not, or he just leaves.
He has a one-track mind, and I don't think he does it intentionally to be rude or hurt her or anything. It's just he's on a mission, and when he gets in that mindset, I feel like he doesn't think about things that way at all.
I mean, I get that.
It doesn't happen every time. There's definitely been times when he does communicate to her, but he's pretty bad at communication.
He's really
and
poor
she's
at
just
it.
learned how to kind of cope with it.
There's so many. I mean, almost every episode. I mean, it's ridiculous how many episodes this happens where he's like, all right, I need you to go over to this office. I need you to start looking through these files and that. And she's like, well, where are you going to go? And he's already walking away at that point. And he kind of turns around and he's like, I got to catch a flight. And she's like, where, Mulder? And he's just
sensitive.
off.
He's just like, I got to go right now.
He can talk to her for 10 seconds.
I mean, I agree.
And agree on a plan. But he just he's that guy that's like, I'd rather, beg for forgiveness than ask for permission kind of thing. And it's like, no, Mulder. So, I just don't feel like he sees her as his equal. I feel like he's like, she's my sidekick. And here's what you're gonna do.
I don't think that's
true. He never
true.
asks her.
I think it's more that he's even though he's been with her for years now.
Yes.
I think he still has the mindset kind of when he was working alone.
It's not a good excuse. It's not a good excuse. I know what you're saying, but if we, They've been together as long as we have now.
Yeah.
Would you accept that from me? If like every freaking time that we were
agents.
doing something, I was like, okay, this is what you're gonna go do, and then I just started to turn around and leave, and you'd be like, where are you going? You would get really tired of that really fast.
Yeah. I'm not trying to make excuses for him.
It sounds like you are.
I'm just trying to
No,
explain.
100% you were trying to make an
I'm just trying to
excuse.
explain it.
That's making an excuse.
But I don't agree with his behavior. I think
Yeah.
he should make more effort.
Yeah, 100%. It's just, I have it written down in a couple different episodes, so I might as well just bring it up here. So, yeah, I don't like it. He does it to her, like, every episode. It's ridiculous how much he does it. Once you start paying attention to it, you notice how much he does it.
Yeah.
And it's like every other episode at worst. Or at best.
That's true. He does it a lot.
I don't know. Which one way to
At
say
best.
that? At best?
Yes.
Okay. Well, he's at his worst. But, like, at his worst would be more often than not, I guess. Whatever. Moving on from that. Yeah, I mean, they're of course, Mulder comes across after they take this car out and they run out of gas. I don't know why they couldn't get gas.
Yeah.
That was a weird plot point.
They
I was
just
like,
started running, and they're on the run, and they're like, we can't stop.
he can't
at
even
all.
stop for gas?
I know.
Like, that really sets them back.
That's like, yeah, well, if you don't stop for gas, then, like, what are you going to do then?
It's like, we rather risk it. And they run out 10 miles from where they're going. I mean, it's not like...
No, it's 20 miles. And then
Was
the
it
only
20?
reason... Yeah, it's 20, like,
And
on
they
the
do, like,
road.
the
And then the guy's like,
shortcut.
it's 10 miles if we go that way.
Oh.
10 miles is a long...
It's a long trek.
Trek through
That's
the
a whole
wilderness.
day.
Through the wilderness.
Yeah, and Mulder's wearing, like...
Loafers
Yeah.
or whatever.
Like freaking
Business
business
shoes.
shoes. They always run in these, because Scully was running in high heels in the last episode we
Yeah,
watched, and I was like,
we were
bro,
laughing.
what? No.
So...
Why are you wearing
so
not
impractical.
high heels, but heels?
They're like heels, yeah.
Yeah.
They're definitely heels.
They're a wider based heel, at least.
Yeah.
But man, and they're running on like linoleum. And I'm like, you would be
know.
all over the place. Have you ever worn... They better be those grip ones that you get for like working at like McDonald's.
I don't think they make those for heels. At least I don't think they did.
They got to for like
Maybe now.
FBI agents.
I
They gotta
think
have grip on the
FBI
bottom.
agents wear heels now.
No, I mean
That's
for
like a-
even Mulder's just regular old dress shoe.
Oh, well,
There's
yeah,
gotta be
yeah.
a freaking grip to the bottom of them. They can't be those like dress shoes with slick, because I've worn those, and if you try to run in those, boom, you're on your ass.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if FBI agents really have to wear like the suit and tie deal for real, or if that's just something we see in movies.
It's a good question. I don't know. Probably. I think they wear suits and ties, but I've watched too many movies. I've never met an FBI
Feels
agent.
impractical. Feels like you would stand out more in a suit and tie than like other clothing, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mulder's like in the middle of nowhere, and they see the bee. Well, it's not. They don't see the bees first. First, he sees Samantha, and he's like, "Oh my God, Samantha!" And then he just like runs after her, and there's a ton of bees and all these like different plants that are being pollinated and whatever. And I was nervous when he was running through the bees. I'm like, "Oh my God, he's gonna get stung and
Die.
turn out like that guy," but
Yeah.
nothing happens, and Mulder's convinced that it's his sister, and the guy's trying to kind of explain that it's not her, and that she's like mute. She's just a clone, basically, because he
Yeah.
ends up seeing, others as well. But he does latch on to her, and it's funny to me, because he's just like, his plan is what? Just to be like, this is
This is
now
my
my
sister,
sister,
yeah.
like, I'm taking her, but the rest of them, like, whatever. It's funny.
Yeah. I mean, the fact she hasn't aged.
I know. That should key him into it. But it is weird that it's like,
Yeah. It's
looks like his sister,
sure.
of course. That's like, what?
I would
But-
think he would be more mad about that his sister has been used to be
Yes.
cloned.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. More of the smallpox vaccination being used as a tagging device. This is the episode where Mr. X is dead.
Yeah.
He writes SRSG on the floor as he dies. So that's it for him. He was found out to be a double agent for the Smoking Man, and then he's killed. So no more Mr. X. I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll get like a
Flashback of some kind.
faked his death, or no, I don't see how.
I don't think so.
We do see Deep Throat
In some
in an
flashbacks,
episode
yeah.
here. In the future episodes. So yeah, you can definitely come back in that capacity, but as far as we're aware, he's dead and
now.
gone from future episodes, or future timelines. Then they go and they leave, and then when they come back, the fields are gone, and there's like no evidence they ever even existed. That is like, what? How do you clean up something that big in like no time at all?
Yeah.
That's one hell of an operation.
They don't find any bees. They don't find anything.
But there's pictures that exist of the place.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh.
I forget how we see them since we watched
either.
this like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Now, but I remember they had pictures of it, and I was like, what? And so the Smoking Man's like, his reason for leaving so like he's talking to the alien, and he's like, I need you to do this for me, and I'll do this for you, and it's to save Mrs. Mulder, and he's like trying to ask him like, what's your reasoning for it? And his reasoning is like, you don't want to see Mulder when he has nothing to live for.
Right. Yeah, like a man that has nothing to live for is like our biggest fear.
And I'm assuming that Scully is also not killed for this very same reason.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You kill either one of those people, and Mulder is like going off the deep end.
To be fair, though, I think the Smoky Man is also partly selfish in saving Mrs. Mulder, of course.
Yeah, I think that's
more just an excuse.
Yeah, I think that's at the real like meat of it, is that he's into her.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he comes up with whatever. I think it's true though. I mean, if you killed Mulder's mom, the dad, he's kind of like pissed, but the mom's too much.
I agree. I don't know. I think if Scully died too, then that would really be him at like, I have nothing.
Oh yeah,
But
absolutely.
I don't know how he would act.
We see how he acts. He's a friggin' nutcase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is a nutcase.
Well, the next episode is the one we've been waiting for. The one that everyone wants to talk about. The banned episode of the series, Home.
Yep.
So definitely tune in for that one. That one's pretty wild.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So we'll leave it at that, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.